dregs of society, the forgotten, outcasts, mutants, outlanders, and pirates. Whether it is credits we seek, or a way to disappear and run from our past, we come here willing to bet it all that the answers lie within all this blackness. We all live on an exporter vessel called the ISS Stalingrad, roaming past the boundaries of Armethian space. Our captain, Vladimir, gets jobs that are too dangerous for corporate cells, too risky for border patrol or deep salvage teams. The Imperial Marines only care about the border, not what's beyond it. Sometimes it pays to rip off criminals or pull off a little piracy of our own from time to time. Sometimes it pays to answer those distress calls. But then sometimes it's smart to just click the switch. It's a flip of the coin, you know. A chance, it's a trick, and you'll pull out of warp to get hit by pirates. Cuthalans out of hive space, cyborgs from the Syndicate, or slavers ready to sell your flesh for a credit. There are endless dangers once you pass the red zone, and it's all black void. Much of it is uncharted territories of deep space. Everyone does what they can to stay alive, and the rest do what we can to stay sane. All of this silence can be deafening. The emptiness has a way of making everyone a little crazy once you find yourself nowhere near the stars. And while some may seek glory and fortune within all this emptiness, others are just looking for themselves. All I know is that out here, you eventually find exactly what you deserve.
Alright.
Starting.
Alrighty, starting in 3.
Hey everybody, welcome to Blades and Blasters, and this is going to be episode 1 of Chaos Aphelion game. I am Rogue, and we are joined tonight by Ghost, who is playing the Captain Vlad, and Matihi, who is playing B, Aki, who is playing D8, and TD, who is playing Tomahawk, and Effie will be playing Vax. A lot of players tonight. Bear with us. You guys got that handout there?
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
I like it.
Astro date 6055 1005. The Galactic Federation is at its peak while the Armethian Empire struggles to hold control of its resources. Many think the Empire will fall or be consumed by the Galactic Federation, for the Federation is meant to be an alliance of all allied nations and the new spark of hope. Yet, the Eldrin and human empire is still strong, and the theocratic government known as the Order is still omnipresent. Empress Vin Yun Armethia, a half-elf of Elven and Chinese ancestry, is currently in power in the Imperial City on Terra. It is one of the only filthy rich cities left in the Sol system besides Atlantis, the underwater capital. The war between the Armethians and the Cuthalans still wages. Hive space is an ever-present danger to the border systems, with too little help coming from the Federation. This is causing a growing animosity between these allies. The Walk Empire of the Skogs, the Orions, the Rositi Federation of Dimchant. There are many factions in the allied forces, but there are even more enemies. Amidst them all stands the Lucar Empire, the ever-present, uncontested ruler of Sevitus, once known as the Milky Way Galaxy. Any who try to contact the Lucar do not return. Any who attempt to fight them lose. Their technology is sought after like invaluable artifacts. They are believed to be able to control time and have been called the Timekeepers. Their mastery of mixing magic and machine is untouched, and sometimes their relics slip through and fall into the hands of mere mortals. Yet all of these politics might as well be a million parsecs away from you. You're the dregs of society, the forgotten outcasts, mutants, outlanders, and pirates. Whether it's credits you're after or a way to disappear, you're hoping the answers lie within all this blackness. You all live on an exporter vessel called the ISS Stalingrad, often roaming past the boundaries of Armethian space. Your captain, Vladimir, gets the job done, though. You all have survived this long on this old ship. There are quite a few crew on this ship, including you. Currently, the ship's log has 26 crew members, all of them going nowhere good. Is there somewhere good to go out here? Who knows? You do know you've been in the out for quite some time now. Too much. When you start thinking deeply about it. About 3 months, and you cannot wait to get back to your Europa Station for some R&R. It'll be time to get paid, or maybe get laid, whatever your pleasure is. It can be found on EPS. Guns, drugs, sex, real food. Sometimes. Usually whatever you want. It's a space station in the Grammaton Quadrant, a part of space called the Throng Remnant, a population of roughly 420,000. It's a floating city and it thrives off of trade, mining, and industrialization of the surrounding moons. The order is here, the theocratic rule of the church. It isn't very strong out here like it is on Earth. They control the European police force, but the EPF are not as prominent as all the gang lords. The EPF are often corrupt, but can you blame them? When the order comes around, they tend to shake things up, instill fear in the populace. Everyone knows not to fuck around with the monks of the order. They have a way of bringing justice swiftly and without mercy. The gang lords are very dangerous. The Red Masks, the Blood Brothers, NK7. Just stay away from them and you'll be fine. Stick to the shadows. There are plenty of those. It's always dark. Plenty to do and plenty trouble to get into. That's okay, though. The captain will be scoring another job in no time, and you'll all be back in space on another mission before you can crawl too deep into it. So you all are currently heading to Europa Station in the cart system. Your ETA is 27 hours. The scene is going to pan now to the captain and the captain's quarters and to B. And Captain Vlad, you can go ahead and take it away.
Привет, comrade. I am Captain Vlad. Welcome to my humble ship, such is my Tusika. It is a junker, but it gets the job done. I should know. It's kept my ass from being void bait. What do you wish to know about Vlad? Vladimir Vasily is what I was called. I remember being an orphanage. My poor parents never know what they give up in Vasily yet. Poor old bastards. Living in that place was hell. The people in that place were colder than any winter on the outside. Even nuclear winter. Stalingrad was a shithole. And let none of my countrymen that left that place tell you otherwise, But there were many, many good shows on television. Old shows, but good. 007. Big super spy from Britain, get all ladies. Or maybe Happy Days, be cool, like Funs. Hey, I love old television. Hard to get old VODs in space, but I always spend good money on good shows and good movies. Personal computer in Captain Cabin, full of bootleg. Come stop me, government man. But space is nice. Many opportunity in space, many nice people, much money, much money. For the right type of guy. I am right type of guy. I realize early on people need job done and don't like to do it themselves. I learned this while doing job for other guy. His name Markov. Markov like father to me. He always say, Vasily, if you are good at something, don't do it for free. Don't do it for cheap. Do it for the right price. He also say not to trust anyone, even him. He then teach me that lesson by trying to jab knife in back when I negotiate deal with slavers not to capture and kill us all. He thought he killed me, but I live. Now he still want me dead. He find out I still alive, blah blah blah. We all have problem. But I have always been good at talking out of. I not talk way out the problem with Markov, but then I can just not ever see Markov again, and it all good. When that fails, I have gone. And other people with more gun. It usually solve problem. Markov was right and wrong about the trust. You cannot trust men like Markov, so you should find people you trust, huh? I trust my crew, I trust my ship. But I don't trust these other fuckheads until the contract is signed and printed, comrade. And neither should you. But we take any job for the right price. So put the money on the table. And that's Vlad.
And now, camera pans to B, who's sitting right next to him.
As B idly presses hollow buttons on the screen in front of her, blue eyes gaze out into the depths of space. Long white hair is braided into a large bun on the back of her head, spiraling out clockwise from the center. Thick strands of hair frame her face, one that's fairly rounded for an Eldrin. She takes a tube of dark purple lipstick and applies it to her lower lip before pursing the upper and lower together, coating her lips completely. Though she has flown many, many times, her eyes still light up when she sees a new interstellar phenomenon or star system she's not encountered. Light from the distant stars reflect in her eyes, and a sense of awe is written on her face. I've always wanted to fly. Ever since I was little, I used to look up at the stars from my bed, wondering if I would ever get to. I used to hold up my arms and run around the space station, pretending like I was flying, shooting down bad guys and dodging asteroids. The assistants were never happy when I got out of my room. They'd always scold me and put me back to bed, sedating me. I liked sedation. I'd have these dreams where I was flying over different solar systems and over the vast expanse of the cosmos. Whenever I woke back up, my back always hurt. I just assumed it was because of how I slept. Father always assured me that the pain wouldn't last long. He was right, never did. I love Father dearly. He was always the kindest to me. He would sneak me in some flavored ice and we'd watch holovids about space. Father promised me when I was little that I'd learn to fly one day. He'd take me to the flight simulation deck and let me into the pilot seat. I always remember the smell, fresh simulated leather. Always smelled oaky and old. It was a comforting smell. I was really bad at first, but Father always encouraged me. He said once I was old enough, he'd let me pilot my own starship. I could always tell he was holding something back when he said that. He'd get all misty-eyed and bring me back to my bedroom. There's a large gap in my life, one that I wish not to remember. Or maybe I do remember. You'll never know. And just don't ask, okay? It's better for everyone if no one asks. I did learn eventually how to fly, though. Father guided me through all the steps. Take a deep breath before jumping off the deep end or into hyperspace. I left the guild when I was fairly young. It was only a couple years ago, actually. They just let me fly away, all on my own. I miss Father. I miss my sister. She was so small when I left. I stumbled around with a few different crews, some on one-off jobs, one I stayed with for quite a while. Kit, a human, he taught me how to work with electronics and mechs and such of all kinds. He actually showed me his collection. It was honestly awe-inspiring. I'd love to be able to fly around in one of them one day. Not his, though. No. We had a bit of a falling out, a misunderstanding. I thought he cared, but he was... Anyway, I'm really happy to be part of the crew. This one, they're kind of like a family to me. The last thing I want is for something to happen to them. So, it's better up here that I'm in the cockpit, but, see you around. And that's all for B.
Awesome. And then it's going to pan into the bedchamber of D8. And whenever you're ready.
Yep. So there I was, right? Fresh made from spare parts and half-rotten flesh. No idea where the hell I am. All I see is dead Revenant next to me, right? Proper dead, I mean. Anyway, he was completely screwed. Only thing in my head is that I'm built for killing, not giving a fuck, and loyalty, right? Well, with the idiot who birthed me, right? Dead, the loyalty bit got scrapped. Lucky me. Also, I get some flashes here and there of this real pretty elf chick and some happy kiddos. But fuck if I know what the deal is with that, right? So I take this trashy gun from the dead mutant next to HK6, the poor half-chewed fuck that made me. Go figure, the mutie thought it could eat a revenant. Anyway, the thing had a rifle on it. No idea why a ravenous, revenant-eating mutie cared to have a rifle slung to its back. But hey, I'm technically alive, corpse bot, literally born in an alley and made to murder stuff, so who am I to judge? What was I saying? Oh yeah, so I took the gun, all of my dead daddy's money, of which there was fuck all, and went to the nearest gang, and ran with them for about a month, before I killed the 3 fuckwits in charge, and escaped with all of their best loot. From there it was a swash of blood, death, budget assassinations, and overpriced guns, and even overpriced ammo. It took me about 2 years to make enough for myself to get fixed up with some fresh-grown necrotech. Slick, real good stuff. Exo metal and top-of-the-line flesh-wire guts. I'm a sexy devil, if I dare say so myself, and oh, do I say so. Spent the last of my cash on ammunition, lots of colorful explosives. Can you believe they make neon pink smoke grenades? And my baby, Zentech Oblivion, fresh from the black market, and slick as your mother on my days off. Named her Peggy. Wanting to test it out, right? I took a quick job for shit pay. That fuck really screwed me on it too. I mean, for fuck's sake, 10K for a, quote, nobody businessman, right? I should have known the moment he said the guy was nothing important and I didn't need to bother looking into him. And well, I didn't. And the fucker was some big shot with the Sharfine syndicate operating out of Ruthish 4. Fucker died as easy as any other cocksure fuck that thinks everyone knows who he is and no one would dare to try. Well, anyway, his brother, right? Some Zehuzad guy or something, has set himself on finding me personally. And to boot, set just about all the other idiots I worked with after me too. So, like any sensible murder bot, I found the quickest transport to the edge of the neutral sector, signed on under some captain with more need for bodies than background checks, and crazy fucker pays well enough. You never know when the occasional kill contract comes along, though, so I can net some extra pay. So here I am, in the middle of nowhere, with a crew half as nutters as I am, and a fancy purple ink list of people that are out to kill me that I gotta kill first. And that's him.
Nice. We're gonna pan down. Vax, who is roaming the hallways at the moment. And Vax, you can take it away.
I'm content in silence, content, feeling that which cannot be entirely said. I can hear the thoughts of the people, of my people, but it seems that I am one of my own on this ship. I don't quite mind it. The ISS Stalingrad seems to provide an environment where all it is emotion. The silence has become quite common, and I don't mind it. If the quiet ever gets too quiet, I can just play music on my tablet. I do like to be on my tablet. It has everything on it, anything that catches my eye. And I'm particularly fond of cats. Earth cats. Oh, beautiful, fuzzy creatures. Well, the ISS Stalingrad provides me an environment that I honestly feel more comfortable than anywhere else in the galaxy, anywhere else that I've been in my 100 or so years per whatever cycles they have. Well, I'm not entirely sure if I'm quite the social type. Do I need to be? Perhaps I'm just an observer. Perhaps I'm just a drifter for a moment. But I like it here. I might stick around longer than I need to. We'll see.
Awesome. And then the camera pans Tom in his bedchamber now.
Thomas Hawkins looks into a mirror, broken, disturbed by what he sees, broken by the fact that his skin is now green, and his face is now devoid of feeling, tormented by those that never loved him. They never loved me. I never loved myself. No. No. You don't need these things. The green skin. Look at your green skin. You're a fucking wreck. Let's compose ourselves. You're one of the crew. You're a winner? I don't know. You're here. I need to be here. It's me. No. It's you. No. It's me. Wait, no. I'm fine. I'm fine. It's something that they did. They did. Yes. They did. They did it. A monster. Look at you. You have green skin. You're a fucking freak. You're a mutant. Fucking mutie. Gross. You don't deserve this rug. Look at the rug. You don't deserve this rug. Look at your rug. This is new. Ah! Something you stand on, you live on. You are disgusting. Weak. You're weak. Weaker than most. Weaker than those that live among you. And weaker than those on your shelf. You're fucking dead. Dead inside. Dead outside. Don't leave the ship. You don't leave because you're afraid of what could happen to you. What of what could be made of you. You're nothing more than a pawn. A fucking pawn. A pawn for the government. Or just the captain? Who knows? Maybe you're just another broken person amongst the stars. Maybe you're just another broken person amongst the names. Maybe you're just fucking broken. As Thomas lays on the rug of skull and crossbones, I don't deserve this. And Thomas looks around, left to right, looking up to down, at the room, basically full of nothing, and some odds and ends, texts, and his obvious rug. A sneaker for which to crawl under possible machines and such, but there are no machines here. I don't deserve more. I don't deserve love. You don't deserve pittance.
So Vax, you're walking down the hall and you hear the craziness that's coming from that room. What do you think Vax would do?
Vax?
X. Sorry. Do you mind repeating that?
You're walking down the hallway and you can hear the craziness coming from that room. What do you think Vax would do?
Vax, so in terms of her empathy, I want to get it from a mechanical standpoint. Do I need to do anything in order to, like, sense?
I think you would probably sense some craziness there. Just automatically. I mean, you can do a willpower check though to see how deeply or how much information you can gather from it though.
Okay.
So you would click on your token and go to attribute checks and then hit willpower. No modifiers or anything like that, just hit enter. Yeah. So with a 7, you realize that this guy's like whacked out and has Is Tomahawk, does he have, like, control on him? Should these people be worried that he's gonna hurt them or anything like that?
Oh no, no, no. He's just. He's not crazy. He's just. A little eccentric. He's. No, what? 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 No, no, he's fully in control. He knows what he's doing.
Is the door to his quarters open, or is it just like she's hearing it through his?
Yeah, she's hearing it and probably feeling it through the walls there.
Yeah, his door's definitely closed.
She'll take a moment as she passes by his door, and she'll not only just hear it, but she'll sense it, and it'll kind of give herself pause. She'll take a moment and listen to as much as she can, and sense as much as she can in the time. But based on what she's feeling and what she's hearing, she doesn't feel like disturbing whatever is behind that door is.
You're a winner! No, you're a loser. You're a fucking loser. No! I'm in control. No, you're not in control.
She'll continue on after listening to enough to get an understanding of who that or what's going on behind that door, and then she's going to kind of wander away, perhaps with the intent of running into somebody else she could inquire into this individual about.
Sorry, you immediately, as you leave the passageway down there, come into the lounge area where most of the meetings take place, and Captain Vlad's already in there. I'm gonna bring, actually, B's probably in there too. We'll go ahead and put D8 in there.
If we're all gathering together, sure, because usually B would be at in the cockpit, but she can autopilot for a little bit.
Yeah.
And Captain Vlad would be in here. Lounge doubles as the cooking area, so he's actually whipping up what's remaining of the rations. Probably pierogi, not very exciting. Maybe some mystery meat, and also the space hot pockets that they have, or space pockets for the microwave. He would see people filing in. Good. All of my favorites are here coming in. He's cooking up food. Looks over as B comes in. Kukla, what is ETA on going into station?
B, as usual, enters the room with fairly vibrating energy, as she always does. She looks around, you can see her sniff the air. Oh, it's about 27 hours, Vladdy. Is that pierogies?
Duh, pierogi.
I love pierogies. She'll go and sit down.
I made soup too with meat. I don't know what it was. It was in a container, it was frozen, and it didn't have mold or whatever.
Well, I think I read a study somewhere that mold is healthy if you eat it in small quantities. It's like got antitoxins.
Oh, good. I'm glad you feel that way.
Yeah.
Put a bowl there. I don't have cooking, but this is how bad it tastes. Mediocre.
B, she takes it happily and starts eating. And she still has the same very content look that she normally has on her face. Thanks so much.
Yes. And then there is the one who does not eat, plugs into a wall like phone charger. How are you doing, Tavarishi?
Hey, I'm doing fine, Captain. How are you doing? You doing good?
I'm pushing 40 and overweight, but other than that, I'm not too bad.
That's good. That's good. And you see, he's kind of got a table off to the side near a wall, and he does actually have a cord coming from him, like kind of plugged into his side. And in front of him, he has his FN30 Fanny on the table, which he is disassembling and cleaning.
And then there is the other one. How are you doing, Omnaya? Looks at Vax.
Vax inclines her head a little bit and obviously sees at this point she's going to have to speak, so her eyelids lazily blink and her head tilts in almost a jerking fashion, typical of what her race, the movements are, and she takes in a breath. I overheard some distressing noises down the hall. There seems to be a crew member who is quite distressed. Perhaps you are familiar. I'm not entirely sure of the name, but it is down the hall. Are you aware of the nature of your member? And it looks like she's struggling to form her words, her brows furrowing, she's pointing down the hallway and kind of hoping that they just get the gist as she's motioning.
Tamog. What about it? What did you hear?
I felt as though there was turmoil and emotional distress, and I heard lots of laughter. It did not seem very put together, I suppose. And it does seem as though there is some chaos within.
Oh, he's fucked up, but to be fair to him, many of us are. He just wears it on his sleeve. I will not pretend like I do not sometimes share your concerns, Omnaya, but listen. Tomahawk has had a very hard life. I think he deserves a chance to have better one. And I give it to him. If he put people at risk in here, he know I not put up with it. But there have been times he very valuable, useful. Not a bad guy deep down. Very, very deep down. But I know. I would say if you do not have to be around him, you do not have to. But understand, Tommy's come from very rough place. So
And I mean, he makes a good enough bullet sponge, if nothing else. So.
Bullet sponge.
See?
I suppose I'm mostly concerned because it's a very strong emotional sensation coming from him. It could cloud my ability to sense other emotions, as it is so strong. But I suppose we shall see.
You don't think he stole my fucking funny gas again, do you?
Yeah,
I'll fucking shoot him if he did.
He is his own funny gas, DA. Do not worry. Look, I will try to keep hold of him. Okay, you have my word on this. If it get out of hand, I deal with it. But he is all right.
Is there perhaps a doctor of sorts that can aid in some sort of counseling therapy?
Doctor?
There's-
Doctor?
Oh, hi, Tommy.
Thomas, right on time. You want hot pockets?
Why, don't you know I'm a I'm a comedic doctor. I'm a doctor of medicine. Yeah, for sure. You could call me. I'm more specifically. I'm a specific doctor of the comedic bone. You all too straight faced. You're all too straight faced. You don't laugh enough.
Yes, we'll work on it. Here, come sit down, please.
Of course I'll sit down. Wait, is that a chair right there? Is that a chair next to you? B, is that an open seat next to you?
Oh, yeah, it's totally open right next to you. Come on. Yeah, it's right there.
Oh, B! I'd love to say next to you.
B at this point has actually moved over beside D8. And she had put down her bowl beside him as well. Yeah, if you want to sit out next to us, Tommy, that's totally fine.
Oh, D8. I see. There's maybe a spot next to you. Maybe there's a spot next to you I could sit.
Yeah, if you don't steal my fucking gas again.
Gas? Who's stealing gas?
Well, look, as long as you don't fucking take it again, all right?
I didn't take any gas. Oh,
Well, then who the fuck
friend.
took it, man?
Comrades,
Why would I take?
please.
Oh, why would I
Please.
take any gas? Why would I take any gas? I'm always happy. Why would I need any gas?
Have a seat, comrade, please. We will have
course.
conversation.
Of course I will sit down. You said the seat next to you was open?
Yeah, man, sit down. Come on.
Maybe we could hold hands. Relax, friend. Relax. I'm not gonna hold your hand. I'm just gonna sit here. Look at me. As Thomas sits down, he's completely straight faced and he just looks at D8 like he's completely infatuated. Even though he's not, he's just looking at him like, yes, you're the one.
D8 just kind of looks at him and kind of nods along. Yeah, you sit there. Yeah.
Yes. D8, I know you don't really have hands, but maybe we should practice holding them hands. Hands. Let's hold hands.
I mean, they're hands in the sense that they're made out of metal and dead flesh, but they're still hands, mostly.
Yours are. Look at.
All right, cool.
Mm-hmm.
Matt, you want to count it down?
I'm back on it, but yeah.
Right, yep, recording now then. We're good.
All right, comrades. We are going to be coming into station 27 hour. So, want to go over a few things before we do. Everyone has been divvied out their funds. If you have already spent it, not my problem. But you have full day leave while we arrive. 24-hour leave. So, do what you wish. Go out, get manicure, pedicure. Go out, get gun. Go out, meet nice ladies or guys. I do not care. Just make sure you're back in 24. Keep ear to ground for job opportunity. Captain will be out doing perusing to see if can find opportunity with Captain contacts. Also, we'll do grocery shopping. Please send whatever you need to Captain Holopad, so I can do the pickups, make the orders for the ship. D8, it is your turn to load shit onto ship. I don't want to hear complaining.
Well, I mean, do I have to do it myself, right? If I pay someone else to do it, does that count as me doing it?
Yes, it's your money. You can also grab Sergey and Bogoshki from downstairs in the cargo bay. They don't do shit all day. We haven't had cargo in 2 months. So just have them fill it up.
Yeah, that's good. That's good.
Right.
Yeah.
Now, this is opportunity to talk with Captain, bring up concerns. I have open door personal policy as well. But if we have things we want to ask about, Captain is here. Anything in particular we want to talk about with the ship business or where we're going?
Any plans for jobs, right? Because I mean, I didn't spend all of it, but, well, I don't have a lot of money.
Well, I will be looking into 2 contacts. I have 2 contacts on station, both of them pretty good guys. One of them looks specifically for job, other one has lots of connections in that part of town. So I think we find job before we leave. Actually, I know we do, because we don't leave without finding job. Have to pay the bill for the gas. So yes, there will be no job by time we leave station. What it is, no fucking idea. But I will bring us all back here to talk about it, huh?
Would you be willing to have me join you in procuring this job?
Of course, Unai. I was going to ask you anyway. Captain Vlad very good at talking, but if you notice, I'm pretty stupid. So I will need a big brain to help me navigate the waters for this shark tank, if you would.
Yeah, well, I need to see about getting someone to fix me up here and there on occasion.
Oh.
So,
Well, I haven't worked on you before, but I can do at least some mechanical repair. At least the metal parts, not really the flesh parts.
yeah, that's the concern, isn't
Oh,
it? You know, the fleshy bit. Yeah.
The flashy bit.
hmm
We have doctor for that.
yeah.
I'm a doctor.
Not him. Other one. You have not been
Yeah.
to see the rat.
Oh, the one that wants to blow up the fucking ship. Yes, yeah, she's great.
Yeah, she not blow up ship. She like to experiment with plague. There is difference.
She's experimental, D8. Listen to her.
I'll try. We'll see. We'll see how it
She is good doctor, I promise. She come off a bit strong, and it is intimidating. Not best bedside manner. Likes to repeat words, but she is good doctor. And then he looks over. And you, comrade Thomas, what is on your mind? Ah,
I guess he's quiet now.
all right. Anything
Actually-
from our pilot?
Oh, well, I was thinking of maybe, speaking to some of my contacts, while we were there. I, know a few people who might be able to get some, scraps and such for the ship. We're kind of damaged in the last run, and, there's some wear and tear, so I wanted to make improvements, if that's okay.
You were damaged?
I mean, there's space debris and stuff that goes on. It's kind of just the usual.
Holy shit, I did not even know. Who is supposed to tell me these? You
I
are supposed to tell me these things.
That's why it wasn't anything major, Captain. It was just minor stuff. I just want to make a few improvements, is all.
I'm just fucking with you, Cool.
Oh,
That's fine. Duh. You may go ahead and speak with them. And let me know of price. I will try to pull some credits if we need more money. Okay. Anything else?
I believe mostly just work is of the concern.
All right. Okay, 27 hours. Do whatever you wish to do. Make sure you perform your duties for the next 27, also sleeping. And then we get that day of leave to get shit done, okay? claps his hands together.
Excellent. So, what will the captain be doing after this?
Captain is
For the next 27, I guess.
yeah, Captain's gonna go ahead. Probably not much because that's why he has people do shit for him. So he's probably gonna finish cooking this food and then hang out in his office. If anyone approaches him, talk with him, do occasional crew status checks, but probably just sit around and watch holovids until they pull in and sleep.
All right, cool. And what about B? She's back in the cockpit.
B would spend probably most of the time, of course, flying the ship. And if she has any downtime, of course, she usually takes like 2 to 3 hour naps, kind of between, just making sure not to put on autopilot for too long. So most of her time she would spend up in the cockpit. She'd put on a couple holovids and just enjoy herself, kind of analyzing the different phenomena that they pass by and that sort of thing. Make notes in her little journal of things to come back to maybe in the future.
All right. Can you make a D100 roll?
Ooh.
And D8, what are you going to be doing?
I think.
Sorry.
Oh, there you go.
Yeah. D8 is gonna get someone else to do his work for him. For unloading the ship once we land. Aside from that, he's gonna shove it off on the other guys. Aside from that, he is gonna probably mostly get his weapons ready and clean them to go and look for a job. Not necessarily the job for the ship, but a job for him.
Yeah. All right. And when you're going to get somebody else to do the job for you, are you using any type of skills for this, or are you just asking somebody or paying them? Or...
Yeah. He's basically gonna go find what were the two people he mentioned?
Sergei and Antarin.
Yeah, Sergei and Antarin. He's basically going to those two and saying, "Oh yeah, the captain wants you to unload everything once we land,"
Okay.
and then heading back to his room.
Okay. All right. So they're gonna do it, no problem. And B, you have no other encounters or no other readings on the consoles during your cockpit stay. The rest of your
Perfect.
pilot. Tomahawk, what are you doing? Anything?
Tomahawk is going to return to his room and really begin to pace around in more of a self-deprecating type of style, and just sort of put himself down. But at the same time, he'll, every time he passes a mirror, he tries to lift himself up, and he tries to convince himself, no, you need to ask the captain if he needs anything. You need to make yourself worthwhile. You can't just float. You can't just it can't just skate by by doing nothing.
All right. So he's kind of in there arguing with himself. Go ahead and make a willpower check. And Vax, what are you going to be doing for the next 72?
She's gonna partake in a spocket, and she's gonna eventually go back to browsing over her tablet, looking over the net. She's gonna, knowing where they're going, to look to buy groceries, get all this stuff done per captain. She's also going to want to see if she can get more, or like find more work for them. Just kind of perusing around anything that's on the station, that might be of interest, any postings, just generally kind of looking for more work to do so that they can make more money.
Okay, cool. And you also I was going to give you some extra spells too, so
Hot.
whenever you get the chance, you can look through some spells and pick out some,
Right, yes.
and uh, and we'll give you some downtime, study time, and whatever when you get a chance.
Nice.
And while you're doing that, I don't think you have the research skill, but go ahead and make an intelligence check.
Intelligence check.
Oh, you do have the research skill. You can do the research skill. Just click your token, go to skill checks, and research.
Research?
Yeah. All right, cool. So you're looking through, trying to find some more information on any work that might be available at Europa Station. You do find something that might be of interest, and I'll get back to you in a minute on that.
Okay.
Tomahawk, you're able to keep your shit together and convince yourself that to go ask the captain to make yourself useful. Do you want to do that now? Have a little meeting real quick in his office?
Yeah, for sure. Tomahawk will, after kind of pacing around in his room and debating, and kind of as he passes by the mirror, he's got his ups and downs real fast, and it's just it's split second. He's up and then he's down. He's up and down, and he goes, no, 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 yeah, just go talk to him. Just talk to him, and so he'll make his way down the hall and to the captain.
All right, just a second. The captain is in there chilling, right?
Yeah, he would be just. This would probably be one of the moments where he's actually in his office. Everybody who's on the crew would know that you just have to knock or ping, and Captain Vlad's usually pretty accessible to the crew, even if you just clean the shitters.
And Thomas, he just kind of walks in and goes, Captain, are you around, Captain? And he's looking around.
Duh. He spins on his chair and oh, Tomok. Duh, what is going on?
I'm sorry, Captain. I don't mean to disturb you, but I've got a bit of an itch. I need to stay busy, Captain. You need to keep me busy. What can I do? What can I do around the ship? It doesn't even matter what it is. I just need to keep going. I need to keep moving. What can I do for you?
He scratches his chin. Well, do you write fast?
I guess I can write. I don't know about write fast. I can write.
I tell you what. Go see Sergei and Antonin in the cargo room. They have some things to move around down there. We need to keep track on cleaning, or keep track on moving cargo, checking inventory, thing like that. They could find something.
So you want me to do inventory work? Is that right?
Duh! I've seen you move fast. You could probably get most of the work done in like 45 minutes.
I won't say you're wrong, Captain. I could probably really probably optimize, and I could probably really make better what the current system is. You know what? I won't mess with anything. I'll just go do what you ask. I'll just record things. That's what you want, right? Correct? Right? That's what you want?
Yes, and moving things like that. You talk to Sergei, they find good work for you. They keep you busy, duh?
Yeah, for sure. I can do this, Captain. I want to be helpful. I want to be useful. I want to be, I want to be one of the top guys, so to speak. Is that? You know what? I'll just disappear. I'll go do what you want.
Be careful, Thomas, da.
Yeah, da.
Alright, and he takes off. And, B buzzes Vax.
Yeah, so is B is flying the ship, idly tapping against the console. Not the buttons, but just the console itself. She thinks for a moment and she buzzes Vax there. Hey, Vivi? You busy?
Yes?
Oh, you're busy. Sorry, I just had a question when you're not busy.
How may I aid you?
Oh, well, do you think you could, maybe come up to, well, the flight deck and the cockpit? It's not really a conversation that I might want to have over, comms.
B's gonna find that there's no answer after that point. As B was talking and essentially stumbling over her words, she had already gotten up and started heading towards the cockpit. So I don't know the distance in the ship, but I'm assuming that it'll take a little bit. So she'll have a period of time where there was no response. Vax didn't have any intent of responding, but she does eventually come to the cockpit, and she'll walk in and just sort of stand next to B to allow B to continue with, talking.
B seemed pretty down when Vax didn't respond, kind of turning off the communicator and going back to flying. As Vax comes up, she jumps a bit. Oh, I didn't. Oh, you gotta make your presence more aware there, Vax.
Her head kind of does a jerking motion as she looks down over to B, where she is sitting in the cockpit, but she still remains quiet, inclines her head, and you needed to speak.
Yes, mostly because I can't. It's hard to talk to anyone else on the ship. Besides, you're pretty easy to talk to. I'm not good with words right now, but I have this feeling, and I've had this feeling since I've started on the ship, that I'm not sure who it is. I just get this feeling that I think one of the crewmen likes me or something. How do you tell? Because I want to figure it out, you know?
Well, as you may be aware, my kind has an innate sense to, well, particularly what I am. I can sense such feelings, emotions. So in terms of reading without what I can do, I suppose it would be within actions. Typically what I see or have witnessed is the actions will reflect the suspicions.
Oh, okay. Do you think you could maybe, I don't know, keep your feelings out, I guess? And if you pick up anything, let me know.
And who is it that you would like for me to read?
I don't know exactly who. I get kind of a wide range. It's kind of hard. I know I shouldn't be in any sort of rush at all for anything like this or push anything like this, but it's just something that's been on my mind for the past few months, and it's kind of coming culminating to a head at this point.
So, are you saying that you are the one with the feeling?
No, it's not me. And B, she lights up a bit like a Christmas tree, going, ooh. What does this mean, Rogue?
Sorry, I was muted. What is your severity in
Oh, let me see.
erotomania?
Let me check here.
Wasn't it like 5 or something?
I don't think it was that high. What's that? Oh, it might actually be. I think it is 5.
All right,
Yeah.
you're starting to get the sense that maybe Vax is the one that likes you too.
It's a B. She looks up to Vax, and she colors, starting for her cheeks, going to her forehead, down her neck. No, it's not me that has any sort of feelings. No, I just drive the ship. But if someone was to have any sort of feelings at all, do you think they might, I don't know, step forward and act on it? Maybe.
It would depend. I suppose it would, for some people, it would require reciprocation.
And what kind of reciprocation would someone maybe look for?
I suppose the same sort of readings that you may be receiving from them. They would be looking for the signs of returned interest.
Okay. And B thinks for a moment, pausing, her face still very flushed and red before looking back up at Vax. I don't exactly understand the vibes coming out. Maybe someone that you doesn't speak a lot to me at all, and usually is on their own most of the time. It's sometimes hard to pin them down, so it's hard to express any sort of reciprocation.
Max's eyes narrow as she's listening to B stumble through what she's going through. And she positions herself to face more towards B. Her expression is serious, but not in any sort of hostile way. It's just more, this is now coming to something that she feels must be addressed. B, I'm getting the impression that you are feeling something right now. Do you think that what you are presenting to me, are you suggesting that it may be me?
B rubs the back of her neck, and she avoids the gaze of Vax, kind of looking off to the side. I don't know. Maybe it's because we've been on this ship for quite a while and going a bit stir crazy and sort of thing, and only seeing the same few people all the time. I don't know. Are you thinking or feeling anything right now?
I hope that this does not present any sort of lasting disappointment, but I do not have feelings for you in such fashion. You are a dashing young lady, but that is what you may be reading from me is incorrect.
B pauses for a moment. She nods. She turns her body back towards the console, really facing away from Vax. Yeah, of course. It wasn't you. It's fine. I understand that if it was, I appreciate the dashing comment. It purely professional. Yeah.
Vax nods her head. Professionalism is something that might aid you in relinquishing any sort of concerns into such romanticism. Perhaps you should focus more on your work.
Of course. My work. Yeah. Thanks, Vax, for coming so quickly. I'll let you get back to it because I got a whole ship to fly. A lot of people on board, kind of expecting me to fly straight or as straight as I can in space without rulers or
Sensing the aftermath of the declination, Vax is going to incline her head politely and walk away quietly. Though as she's leaving, she's gonna smirk at reminiscing on the action that just transpired, and head back to her own personal business during the 27 hours.
All right. You did find her thing about a little bit of popularity on this gig. There might be other takers as well. The Gridmar Drakkar wreckage. It seems as though the news is out about this wreckage, and there could be people, all sorts of people trying to get into that wreckage and take some of the stuff. The Armethian Empire has warned against it, but it's really beyond the border of their jurisdiction, so it's pretty much open. So you could take that to the captain if you want to, or research more into it if you like later.
I think she would, if it does look appealing, she would like to present that to the captain.
All right. All right, Aki. Are you
Sorry.
everything going all right? Okay. We'll jump over to Aki's scene down there in the warehouse. And you're going to be giving the job to those other two guys?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
All right. So the scene's down there. You run into those two. What were their names?
Sergey and Antarn.
Sergey.
Type it in chat so I don't forget, because I will.
I'm gonna get you a fucking journal, cyborg.
His memory banks are full. He can't help it. Everything you say goes in one out, in one and out the other. So, all right, cool. So yeah, he's looking for them pretty nonchalantly, just kind of meandering through.
Okay, you find them in there. They're down there working. One of them's smoking a cigarette, and Sergey's the smaller, younger one here.
Okay, cool. And he sees some smoke and sees the other guy hanging about. Sergey, enter in. How's it going?
What are you doing?
Oh, nothing much. I was talking to the captain. He wants us to unload the ship and everything when we land.
All right, no problem. And he takes a drag, and you notice he looks over towards his friend there with kind of a tired look. And all right, what do we got to do?
What do you mean? You just load the ship, right? I'm sure the captain has a whole list of things, but he just told me to let you guys know. So.
Yeah, but you're gonna help?
Oh, yeah. I'll be there. I have something to take care of when we land, and then I'll get right to you guys. Yeah.
You're not just trying to pass it on to us
No,
again.
no, you guys know I wouldn't do that, right?
Tomahawk, you walk in at about this time, coming in to help.
Hey, what's going on here?
Oh, Hawk. Just letting them know, everything with the captain having us unload the ship and all that. What are you doing down here?
What am I doing down here? Well, of course the captain told me to come down here and be like, yeah, unload the ship. You fucking grunt.
Oh, fuck. Is this guy working with us down here?
Looks
Oh,
like it.
no.
Congrats, you guys got an extra hand. Well, we have an extra hand, right? Yeah, because I'll be helping.
Oh yeah, he said you'll be helping, but he told me make sure these two fucking guys make sure they're fucking unloading the ship. Because otherwise, you don't want to end up without a job, do you? You don't want to end up on the streets, do you? You don't want to end up broke, do you?
And Taran, throws the cigarette down and steps on it. He's like, all right, I'm getting to work.
Yeah, awesome. He kind of waits for the two of them to kind of depart and kind of pats Tomahawk on the shoulder. Good cover there. Yeah, good.
Well, of course, D8. I couldn't let you pull all the load. I know you would be the one unloading everything. I know you would be the one. I know those two fucking slack-jawed idiots would be the ones just standing around and watching you work. I couldn't let that happen. Why would I let that happen, Tom? Ah! No. Wait. And Tomahawk he sort of goes off on his own little rant and begins to walk off. He's just kind of mumbling and muttering to himself.
Yeah, D8 kind of, you take care of things. Thanks, man. And kind of backs away as Tomahawk's going off on his own, and then kind of slips out of the warehouse area and starts heading back up to his room to get his gear ready.
All right, the rest of the 72 hours, they go without any...
I got full vision on everything.
Same.
I got it all.
Yep.
27.
I'm zoomed in right now, so it's not proper.
Is or 72.
27.
I think I got
Was Vax able to tell the captain about the record?
Yeah, you can do that right now, actually. As you guys are coming up towards the star system, you can go ahead and do that scene right now.
Captain, do you have a moment?
And you'd find the captain in his quarters for a bit, watching an old hollow. See a guy with a fake jetpack on screen flying across the English Channel, and he goes over to, oh, da, come on in. What do you have for me, Naya?
Well, potential work. As you know, we all do like to line our pockets. I noticed as I was going through the net that there is a possible bounty to be had. There's a ship that has it's a wreckage. It's called the Gridmar. She holds out her tablet for to show all the information on the Drakkar wreckage, all the news that's going on about it, and she points to the screen. This wreckage is beyond the border of the Amethian Empire, so it's possible that we won't have to deal with any issues in that area. However, as it is slightly known, it's possible that we might run into others trying to salvage anything within.
Duh. I like how they have it marked as piracy. This is more like salvage work, just illegal. He scratched the side of his head. 1.2 million credit. Let's see, split that many ways. I take 20%. He's just doing the math in his head. It's not bad. I like it. Thank you, Vax. He scratches his head a bit. I
Something to
will.
consider.
Let us still go talk to people, see if we find out more about this job, and if we find out something we not like, we don't have to commit. Is it free? He's gonna look at it. Is it like free open contract, or is this something that you have to like meet with somebody for?
Something I forgot to mention. She did find out there is somebody paying for extra. The 1.2 million is for something specific that they want. So when you get to Europa Station, you're going to have to meet this person.
Okay, so it does have like a, go to this person for info kind of.
Yeah. I'll write that in on there. And if you want to, we can jump over to stellar cartography really quick. I'll show you guys where this location is.
Sure.
Ooh,
Ooh.
it's fancy.
All right.
It's pretty nice.
And this is where you guys are here. The border is here. And just beyond the border is where this wreckage is supposed to be, kind of near the cloud.
What kind of travel time would you say from where they currently?
So if you look at this chart here, the gammatite crystals, you guys have 10 gammatite crystals left, and each gammatite crystal can withstand pretty much 1 parsec, or 20 parsecs, sorry. So measuring this out, 30.
About a crystal and a half, basically.
Yeah, pretty much. See, a crystal costs about 25,000. So I mean, you get in the payment, but you're probably hoping for extra loot there too from the wreckage, not just for that job.
Or whoever else is trying to salvage it.
Pirate the pirates.
the pirates.
Exactly.
Alright.
This would be an instance where if I was a little more familiar with the blue magic, she does have some abilities I'm not even sure if she has access to yet, but it does seem like she has the ability to kind of see whether or not it'd be profitable to an extent with the or to read omens or determine sorts of things. So I would at some point like to go over that with you, Rogue.
Yeah, that's a good idea. I don't think she has the awesome ability, but I think
I
she
don't think
does.
she has any of that stuff yet, from what I understand.
Yeah. Most of her stuff is like pretty close and personal as of yet, but she does eventually get some stuff like that.
Okay, cool.
All right, so you guys ready to hit the space station?
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
All right, panning you guys back here. And back here. All right, so you guys, your ship is flying in. You get a hail from Europa Station. B, the hail is coming through on your console. And do you want to open it up?
Yeah, I would open it. I'm probably in the cockpit with B at this point. And ISS Stalingrad receipt, please.
You are cleared to land in docking bay 3. A common voice comes over the comms, and you can tell that they've already on your equipment. You can tell that they're scanning your ship and stuff like that for basically for weapons and life signs.
Comrade, I read you. Docking bay 3. He closes comm. Pull into 3B.
Of course, pulling to 3. And she carefully steers the ship into the 3rd docking bay, making sure it's a easy, soft landing.
And as you're flying in, what kind of weapons you guys taking?
Ooh,
My
DA is
hands.
definitely taking Peggy.
And B would just take, she'd have her armor on and everything, but probably take the MP variant.
Vlad has a permit for concealed carry. He's going to take both his pistols. I mean, there's no reason not to.
All right, cool. No sniper rifles?
No, but in fact, everyone should
Well-
have a permit to carry their weapon on this.
Oh yeah, he paid for a permit.
yeah?
I paid hot fucking money to give you all
Yeah.
permits to
Aw.
carry your crap.
Yeah, for sure. And Tomahawk does not give up his SMG, and he also carries a few knives aside from his 2 hips, along with his SMG. And he just kind of rolls into town, grinning at everyone, looking overly anxious, so to speak.
All right, cool.
Yeah, so D8 definitely has his Zen Tech. All shrunk down and everything, SMG size.
Captain Vlad is actually going to pass out permits because they've had problems with this before.
Oh. B will take hers, looking at it, kind of holding it up to the light. Never had a permit before. Well, I mean, I have a permit to fly, but not for carrying arms.
Duh! Last time Captain Vlad almost got arrested.
Oh. I'll make sure to hold on to these, Cap.
Good. Also
Yeah.
remember we cannot go to Space Station Zeta over on the other side. Almost get arrested mean got arrested and left.
Oh. Gotcha.
That'll be fine. Shiny new permit, though, that'll help. That'll get us along quite well.
You have special one, that is energy weapon permit. Do not lose that. Costs a lot of money, please. Thank you.
Ooh, fancy. I like it.
Alright. Remember, 24-hour leave. Vex, if you're ready to go, we have to go beat some people.
Vax inclines her head and will motion for the captain to leave.
Captain will save the shopping for later. He's going to go meet his broker contact to see if he can get more information about this potential job.
Pulling him up on the comm lab there. You notice, I don't know if everybody can see that. Let's just make it viewable to everybody.
I
there.
can, and that's all that matters.
Yeah.
No, they're
I
recorders,
need
you can see
it. I have no idea what you're talking about.
Yeah, I can't, so.
What about now?
Yeah. Torvin here.
Just for the sake of the video. Torvid is on your comm lab there. You want to call him up?
Yeah, I would call him and try to arrange a face-to-face. He's not a fan of the phone meetings for a few different reasons.
Yeah, and he types in there, basically text you back the usual place. And you know exactly which place he means, the nightclub and everything.
No one will expect this old man to be in a nightclub.
So Captain and Max are going to the nightclub together. Who else is going? That's it? Or where do you want to go, B?
So B is going to get into contact with her, with Echo and Junkyard to see if there's anything interesting. Besides getting some like little panels and stuff to kind of repair minor damages to the ship and just general upkeep. She's gonna start looking into getting items for making a mech.
Ah, that's right.
Ooh.
Very nice.
Well, considering she's a mech runner.
Oh, okay.
D8 is gonna slink off to see Ripper about some work and maybe some product. Depends.
Okay. And Tomahawk, what are you going to do?
Tomahawk goes out and finds like the nearest modification type of lab or reconstruction lab, or possibly even like one that might be making revenants. And he goes out not sort of to boycott, but to go out and he makes a raucous noise.
He's going to go start some shit at the chop dock.
Yeah, maybe at the chop dock it would be good find. He goes out, and people who may be going in, he's like, don't go in there, not unless you want to lose your life. They take it and make it their own. They corrupt you. They change you. They look at me. They make you odd.
All right. Let's do the Captain and Vax first. I'll give you guys vision over here too. It doesn't take you guys long to get to this place. It's called Zero Dawn. It's not a really loud club. It's not, frequented by lots of gangs or anything like that. It seems pretty high end. Seems clean. And it's on the 4th floor of this one of the buildings in kind of a higher class district of the space station. There's lots of malls. There's lots of cyber tech shops and stuff like that. And when you guys walk in, there's a bouncer at the door. Big, tough orc. He's in a suit. And he nods to you as you guys walk in. He just looks you over. You're both not wearing anything visible, like weapons-wise, or are you?
Vax definitely is not.
I would probably have the revolver on my hip, the 38.
Okay. Yeah, and you guys would know the legality and stuff. The laws here are lax. It's on the borders and everything of the Imperial space. As long as you're not walking around with missile launchers and stuff like that, then you're usually good, or heavy machine guns. So he just nods to you as you guys walk in, and you start looking around.
Yeah, I'd go in and I would describe the look of him to Vax. All right, he's a nice guy, but looks a little bit creepy. His eyes are. He's two different color eye. He look a little bit like D8, like a machine, huh? Duh? So look around. Gray hair too, old man, very older than me even.
Vax nods. She kind of has a furrowed brow, kind of curious as to the description that the captain gave, and is peering around Zero Dawn, looking for someone who fits that description. It doesn't really seem like a place for an old man, but who knows? So she's intrigued, definitely intrigued. But looking, would he be noticeable at all? Like, how big is this place?
It is pretty big. It's pretty packed, and
Okay.
but yeah, everything looks pretty clean. Uh, there's not a lot of humans, surprisingly. There's a lot of different alien races, kind of a big mix here. And go ahead and make your perception checks, actually. Both of you are looking around for him for a little while. You notice the bartender, elven female, kind of cute girl, blonde hair, like a mohawk style. She says, "Can I get you anything?"
Dalyubov, get me vodka, and then Vex, you drinking anything?
She's going to kind of look behind the bar and tonic.
Tonic, and he put it on my tab, da? Pass over a little credit chip. Also, Dalyubov, sweetheart, can you find me should be an older man. Gray hair, has two different color eye, very cybernetic.
She smiles and she says, she rings up the tab. She's like, "You looking for Torvin?"
Ah, Torvin, good old friend of.
"He's in the back booth over there." She nods her head that way as she's doing the drinks. Slides you guys the drinks really quickly. And goes about her business with other clients.
Cheers, прекрасная. And he raises the glass and, come on, Vex, we have business.
Vax nods and thanks to the bartender, and then looks to her captain. Very.
You notice Torvin over there, and he's laughing with some heavily armored alien creature. This beastly man. It's a skog, and you guys would know what skogs are. And he slides him some kind of chip. Looks like it holds money on it, and the cred chip. The guy takes it, and then he says, "I will see you later, Torvin." And he says, yeah. And he waves for him. And he notices you standing there. He notices you both walking over towards him. And he stands up. "Ah, Vlad! How are you, my friend?"
Still alive, you old bastard. How do you keep doing it? And he puts the drink on the table. Give me a hug, you fucker.
And he comes over and he gives you a hug. You could feel half of his body is old and withered, and half of his body is cybernetic.
How was your cousin? I heard he was sick.
He's like, "He died."
Oh, shit.
Yes, it was a shame. 2 weeks ago, he died. But that's how the cybernetic syndrome does to you, you know?
Did you get his implant?
Of course I did. I sold all his parts.
Very nice. Oh, where are my manners? This is Vex. One of my crew. Very smart. Call her Umnaya. Huh?
"Hello, my dear." And he goes to like take your hand and try to kiss it.
Vax allows this to happen as she inclines her head and carries a smile behind her veil. It's a
Oh,
pleasure.
he says, very lovely. Please, come and sit down. I love Jakayan women. They do make me uncomfortable. They think, they know all the naughty thoughts I'm thinking before I say, express myself. You can you can sense that this guy's like a dirty old man.
Okay. She nods a little but does not make any comment on that. She keeps a very polite smile on her face.
As they're sitting down, Captain will kind of whisper into Vax's ear, if it become too much, just excuse yourself.
I can handle business. I'm sure it will just be.
You just say that now. And he just kind of chuckles a bit and sits down. So, Dorvin, I have questions for you. Of course, I pay for answer, but what do you know about this? Show the piracy thing.
And he says, I know just the tycoon who's paying for this. And he's not paying enough, I know that. You might want to go to your friend New Hawk on that matter. He can get you more money than that.
Oh, really?
They're looking for the gamatite crystals of the ship. There's a special gamatite crystals the Drakkar carries, worth 2 million at least.
And New Hawk know about it.
New Hawk does. He's moving up. He's not so lower class, you know what I mean?
It has been some time. He always make moves, always hungry. Thought he might die sometimes, but keep living.
I have 2 jobs. I have 2 jobs that I thought of you immediately. And if you guys can see that,
Mm-hmm.
he pops up on the this little holographic pad, comm lab, a digital display of the Care Light mining facility. And he says, I take my 10%, but the pay is 800,000 for a special device found within the mining facility. It's gone dark.
Know anything else about it? Why it go dark?
I think it was attacked. Or maybe the people went a little bit crazy, he says. But I heard the Cuthalans were to blame. Cuthalan pirates.
Telling with Kutolans. We'll put it as a maybe.
He says, good thing this is right in the same stellar system.
Duh, this is true.
He says, not much travel time at all. He says, even better though. The next job I have for you is right here in Europa Station.
Let us hear it then.
He shows another display of a female, a human female. This is Marissa Romana. She was kidnapped. Romana is the daughter of Balderan Romana, a known drug dealer, no smuggler in the Karth system. She's rumored to be a rich girl and badass with a snobby, headstrong attitude. She was kidnapped a few days ago, somewhere outside of the nightclub Primal X. It's not that far away from here. Rumor has it she was kidnapped by the Cuthalans here. Cuthalan's getting into everything. They're asking her papa for 10 million credits. Of course, he doesn't want to pay up. He has 3 days before he gets her fingers in the mail. I have information for you on her apartment and the location of Primal X was where she was last seen.
Easy money. No use of crystal to get there. Interesting. He scratches his chin.
The only thing is, I know you're going to get into a fight with these Catalans, you know?
Are you saying my charming personality not enough?
He laughs and lights up a cigarette, blows it all across the air, and he says they might not listen to you. Not this time.
Oh, there are ways around it. And he leans back. What about you, Vex? What do you make of this?
It does appear to be easy money for us. We have many capable in our crew. It's just a matter of investigating within the allotted time. Do we have the time to dedicate to this? Time is essentially money as well.
Duh. Best thing about this, we not have to pay crystal time to get anywhere. Already here. 460,000? Not as much as other job, but get things done fast enough, take another of the ones. Duh. Pass me information, Torvin. I like this one.
He smiles. I knew you would. I saved these 2 just for you.
It is why I still come see you after all. That and you're better company than some people.
He smiles and he says, and I pay for your drinks. You want food?
Yet, comrade, you not pay for my drinks. We are friends. I pay for this one. You do great service for finding this one. Yeah. I put tab on. I had to put limit because I know you get crazy. But you have a good time.
He says, excellent. Thank you very much.
You have any other questions for my friend Vex?
Yes, do you have a sister?
Hearing that question, her eyes, they narrow. Hold on
And
a
he,
second. Okay. She her head tilts in kind of that jerking fashion of her people. More what kind of emotion is he putting off right now? Is it more just curiosity?
no, he's being creepy. He's definitely
Being creepy. Okay.
Sorry, can you guys hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
No, yeah.
Okay, I dropped out for a bit there. Sorry.
Yeah, there's.
Oh no, we'll just use your recording. I think it'll be fine. I cut out from the moment when he said when you said that he said, and then it cut out.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Sorry.
So he recognizes your discomfort or whatever, and he says, "I'm kidding. I'm only kidding. I promise."
It's quite all right. I don't have a sister.
He says, "Not everything works down there anymore. Anyway, I have to get the cybernetic implants." And then,
Christ. Christ, Torvin, leave the girl. The first time you meet her, you're throwing up. Jesus.
he says, back in the old days, though, and he says, anyway, he says, I only take the 10%, I swear.
Duh. I will bring it. Do not worry. Alright. Vex, you have any more questions for Torvin?
No, not at this time. You've been a great help. Thank you so much.
He smiles and nods and blows some more smoke away.
Vlad will nod to him, slam his drink, and go ahead and let Vax leave first, as she was on the outside seat.
Max scoots out, and of course, she's not going to walk immediately away. She is going to wait for her captain before she starts walking away.
And as they're walking out, you handle yourself really well. Torvin is a nice guy, but a bit of a sleazeball.
This laziness is no matter as long as we are able to get business.
This is true. He has been making passes at me for years, and I have had to turn him down for these jobs.
It seems as though he takes it in stride. As long as it doesn't affect business between us, I don't see any issue with it.
Da. All right. Ready to go grocery shopping?
Do we have the list?
If I don't send anything, I don't buy it. I buy what I want, and then no one gets anything but pierogi. This happened every fucking time.
Well, I suppose pierogi it is.
You can order something. Besides, you're going to be there. Won't take long.
I heard there is a dish of your people, the borscht. Would you make that for?
Da, I know borscht. Very good. Hard to find a one-to-one ingredient, but space version probably tastes better than planet side version. Everything mutated down there.
Well, whichever version you can make, I would appreciate. I do enjoy cultures.
I do not think you would like Russia much,
Why do you say that?
because we didn't like anyone else for that long time. He lights up a cigarette. I tell you history of people while we he will enlighten her as to his Russian history, which is patchwork and awful in all one big mush.
And if you guys are finished there,
Yep.
I'm going to jump over to B. B.
Yes.
You were able to contact the dwarf. Your dwarf connect there.
Junkyard.
You did leave a message. What's her name? Picks up the phone. What's her name there?
Echo?
Echo. Echo picks up the phone. You can hear hello, and you can hear what sounds like machine gun fire and lasers and points being scored on a game system. And she says, "I'm not here right now. Leave a message and I'll call you back." And then, do you want to leave a message for her?
Oh yeah, B will definitely leave a message. Hey, Echo, it's B. I'm in the area, in the quadrant at the moment, and, I was wondering if you had anything, maybe anything new, any new electronics. I'm, looking to start, building something of my own, and, it'd always be, helpful, see you again. This is B, by the way, obviously. Bye.
And you get off the phone with her after leaving the message. When you talk to your dwarf friend, Junkyard tells you to come down. He says, "Come down. I've got something for you."
Oh, fantastic.
And you're able to take, what would you take, the monorail or a cab? Pay 40 credits or go for free on the monorail?
B would take the monorail, mostly because she really likes seeing the interactions with people and just people watching in general. It's very comforting to her.
All right. All right, you take the monorail across part of the city. It takes you about 30 minutes to get there. There are no crazy encounters. The rest of the sites, everything you guys can see, the sky is pretty much open in this city. Some of the buildings are 30, 40 stories high, but they go all the way up to the dome of this place. And the dome is kind of a circular disc uh, uh, that rounds about this whole city. And you can see out of the ceiling of this dome, you can see the planet there and several of the moons. There's like 9 moons on this planet. I think it's Karth 4. And so it's pretty amazing just to see the sights and stuff and hover cars flying around the city and everything. Uh, and when you arrive at the junkyard, he opens up the door. Ah, it's good to see you.
It's good to see you too, Junkyard. As he opens the door, B, and stoops down a bit. She's fairly tall in comparison. She kneels down and gives him a hug. It's been a while.
Yeah, it has. Come on back here. And the place is a mess as usual. And you can already see a couple of the Tarks, the ratkin. One of them crawls up into a hole up in the roof. It seems like they have beds up there. And he has most of his equipment down here and a lot of metal and in his garage, scrap pieces laying everywhere. And he says, I've got some weapons targeting systems over here. If you're interested in anything like that.
Oh yeah, I I think so. I think that'll be a good start. Also, just basic building blocks as well. Of course, you just need the basics for kind of patchwork in some of the ship and everything. But I've decided to well, whenever I do have free time, start on my own little project. As long as the captain gives me some space to do it.
Well, what you making? He scratches his head.
Oh, I've been thinking for the past few months. I really want to try and make my own mech.
Ooh.
Yeah.
What kind of mech? Like a spider one?
Oh, not
Or
not spider one. I'm not a fan of spiders. Actually, I was thinking more. She thinks for a moment and kind of smiles and laughs to herself. more, bee inspired. Not just by me, but a bee.
just like your name, right?
Yeah,
Oh, you
yeah,
mean it flies around with wings and such?
exactly. Yeah.
Yeah, and you can see he's not like exactly sold on it. Well, we could make it work. I could find some stuff around here, I'm sure.
Cool,
You
cool.
want something to build the skeleton and
Ye-
something to start working on the base?
Yeah, we'll just start with the base stuff for now. Eventually we'll scale it up to be able to work out in space in case I need to do repairs on the fly or anything like that. No pun intended or anything like that. But yeah, starting from the base would be good.
All right, he starts to show you some of the stuff that he has, and are you gonna give him any money at this point, or do you?
Well, if he gives me the stuff to take back, then she'll definitely pay for some of it.
Because he will give you stuff at least to start on it,
Mhm.
and he's like, I'll have the Tarks bring it all to your ship.
Oh, all right. I give you half now, and then the Tarks can grab the rest when they come drop it off.
Whatever you want.
Yeah, awesome. Thanks so much, Junk. You're the best.
No problem. I'm always there for you. And then we're gonna go over to the Revenant. And you were heading to.
Yeah, he was going to see Ripper. for a few things.
All right. Ripper is in a more heavily crime-ridden area. There's pretty much a brothel and club there where you usually find him. So would you do the 40 credit taxi, or would you take the?
Oh yeah, he's not spending any money.
Okay. All right. Let's see here. Yeah. All right. No encounters on the way there, and you pull up outside this place. Dangerous neighborhood, like I was saying before. Lots of thugs and stuff walking around the area. Lots of drunks stumbling, and you can see the door to the place is guarded by a dwarf with a mohawk. He's wearing a trench coat.
Does D8 maybe know him? He's seen Ripper a good number of times, I imagine.
Yeah. Yeah.
Any particular name?
Knucklehammer.
Okay, nice. Yeah. Also, side question. I'm good to have all my pretty much all my stuff aside from my big unfoldable rifle with me. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay. Cool.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. So he's probably just got a few grenades. Some of them. And he kind of heads up. Knucklehammer, how's it going, pal? It's been a while, hasn't it?
It's all right, I guess. Only had to hit a few people in the face today. It's a slow night.
Oh, man. Sounds like a slow day, yeah.
Boss is upstairs.
Oh, good. I'll head on up then. Thanks. And kind of pats his shoulder as he heads on past.
You notice a lot of people in the booths. A lot of girls dancing in little side booths. Some of them are actually cybernetic, but doesn't matter to any of these people, of course. Some of them are actually flesh. And you know this guy. Ripper deals in drugs, weapons, flesh, whatever. You go up to the third floor, and elevator opens up, and Ripper's sitting at his desk smoking a cigarette. And he says, "Hello, how are you? D8.
Going pretty well, Ripper. Looks like things are going all right enough. Quiet night, huh? According to Knucklehead? Sorry, I forget the poor dwarf's name.
Yeah, Knucklehead. That's good." And he takes a drag out of his cigarette. He's like, "You want some spice? You want some ice?"
Nah. I was, a little bit out of the place. Running a bit low on cash, really. Would love to buy some munitions, but was thinking, you must know somebody, right? For a good, someone who needs a clock clean, something like that. You know what I mean? Anybody you need to kill?
Oh, yeah, there's always people that need to die. He's like,
Anyone you're willing to pay for? I mean,
"Yeah, you're looking to do a quick job while you're back in town?
yeah, pretty much, yeah.
What about 25,000?
Depends. I was thinking about on the higher end, maybe a bit of a challenge, get some grease running in these old gears.
You're looking for somebody higher up?"
Yeah.
He says, "Hold on a second, let me make a phone call." He calls a few people while you're standing in there. And you notice that there is a briefcase over there with several chopped up body parts. Looks like cybernetics that have been recently ripped from somebody's body.
Yeah, D8 kind of looks it up and down, kind of assessing their value more than anything. Kind of a bit of a nod to it, kind of just assessing, like, oh, that's not bad.
And he has a lot of drugs. You don't necessarily see them right now, but go ahead and make a perception check as well.
Oh yeah. Attribute. I mean, perception. There we go.
What'd you roll?
16.
Yeah, right behind the wall there, there's a little secret room. He's got 2 bodyguards back in there that are watching you through the wall. Your sensors pick them up,
Yeah, I
and
was gonna say. Yeah.
yeah, you can pick up their movement. They have their guns trained on you, like through the wall and stuff. But he's like, "You sure I can't get you any ice? Kind of smooth things over when you're on the job."
Oh yeah, man. I mean, personally, it doesn't really do much for me. Can kind of just shut it all off anyway. So, you know.
Oh, really? That's nice.
Oh yeah, real useful.
He says, "I do have somebody." He says, "Down in the G4 district." He
Oh
says,
yeah.
it's a cyborg. He's starting up a small gang down there. I have a
Ooh.
client that wants him taken out, but it's 45,000 credits. You could do the job pretty quick.
Yeah, sounds pretty swish. What's the kind of guard detail this guy's got? Anything special? Do you want him killed quiet, or, guns blazing, or what?
You can take him out however you like. Or just bring back proof. A
Uh,
finger, an eyeball.
sounds good. Collateral damage fine?
Oh yeah, no problem. He's got a 4 or 5 man crew.
All right. So, 4 or 5, that's it? Yeah, that's perfect. You want to just send the data over to my pad?
He says, "I'll do that."
Yeah, good. I'll look through it on the way.
Yeah, he throws it over to you.
Yeah.
Is that all I can do for you?
For now, I'll probably spend half of what you pay me anyway when I get back, so, you know.
He nods and he smiles. Good luck to you then.
Oh yeah, and D8 kind of gives him a bit of a finger salute from off the top of his head, and heads on out and back past the poor dwarf whose name he always mixes up.
Knucklehammer.
Yeah.
All right. Back over to Thomas. The camera pans. Thomas, you were going to start some trouble, huh? Tomahawk, are you there?
You're muted, buddy.
Dude,
Well, he died.
he's dead.
Rip.
All right. Put
Wait for
him.
this to pick up again.
Yeah.
He sped his last speed.
He got killed on the way there.
Deja vu.
Yikes.
Oh man.
Do you guys?
Oh
you
my
guys end up
god.
Lincoln? Meeting up somewhere, or what are you guys doing?
I would have done the 24-hour thing. I mean, again, I gave them 24-hour leave, so whatever they're gonna, I would let them know optional get together if they have the time. We could meet at like a bar that I'm familiar with.
Yeah, that makes sense. I imagine it'd probably be like on the way to the job for D8 anyway.
Yeah, do they do the briefing after the 24 hours?
They do the official briefing after the 24 hours. This is briefing. It's like pre-gaming.
Russian for we're getting drunk.
Yeah, we're gonna drink and discuss this a bit, and then we'll discuss it more sober later.
So you guys were going to the marketplace, you and Vax?
Yeah, so we were going to the markets to go ahead and pick a bunch of stuff up and bring it to. They have it sent to the ship, right? Because we buy in bulk mostly, or
Yeah.
bulkish. So we're basically going to Space Costco or Space Co.
Space Ghost.
And we're gonna go ahead and get that sweet loot and send it back to the ship for our travels. But we do have something here, so we're not gonna overkill it. We're gonna have more time here probably anyway, so
Yeah.
just do some basic shopping, and we can sort out what people requested me to buy
Do
later.
that. Yeah, do that on a low.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I put out a comm message and just a brief. I wouldn't even call everybody. I just send out a brief text that says, "Meet that big bar, low end of market." Yes, it actually called the big bar.
B would definitely show up, probably waiting. How long would it take for the ratkin to get the supplies over to the ship?
That would probably be about 3 hours for them to get the stuff to the ship.
So she'd have
Yeah.
time.
Yeah.
Perfect. Yeah. So she'd message back. On my way. And she'd head over.
All right. So you guys actually then meet at the mall. Are you guys all gonna meet up at the market then?
Yeah,
Sure.
DA head there.
All right. Yeah, you guys meet up at the market. There's quite a few different alien races there, and this woman back there, strange alien female, is back behind the counter there. What's this scene look like as you guys come upon this area?
So B, she being kind of the wide-eyed woman she is, taking in everything, gazing at everyone, that sort of thing, with great interest, and of course seeing her fellow shipmates excitedly hurry up to them.
Yeah, Vlad would have gotten a little table to the side room. He paid a little bit to get private area, more privateer area of the establishment, as to not be messed with by the riffraff.
The lady comes up and says, "Let me know. Any items of the mystic arts you might be looking for too. We carry anything here."
Really? Like what exactly?
If you're interested in potions or crystals, we can get you what you need.
Do you think you have anything that maybe could, I don't know, besides cybernetics and whatnot, maybe make someone,
She'll lower her voice a bit and mostly speak to the woman.
live a bit longer, maybe?
A longevity potion, you think?
Yes.
I have nothing like that right now at the moment, but I can certainly find something for you.
Yes, if you have anything, that'd be great.
She says, "Let me talk to my uncle, and I will be right back out." And she goes back into the back room. Vex, make a willpower check.
Willpower. Let's see.
Ooh.
You don't know what they were talking about because they got all quiet and everything, but you do sense that whatever that lady is about to do, she seems to be maybe trying to be bullshit, maybe trying to be deceitful. You kind of get that sense about her. She's trying to be sneaky or something, deceitful. Yeah, that's what you feel anyway, as she's walking away from B.
Vax is going to lean towards B. I would advise a bit of caution when doing business with this individual. I sense deceit.
Oh, you see, there's a bit of excitement in B before, and there's just this deflation kind of happens. She looks down at the table and nods. Oh, you're probably right. Things like that are a bit silly.
Perhaps when she come back, I ask if she have never-ending fountain of vodka. All right. Everyone has arrived. Looks around and sees someone missing. Almost everyone has arrived. We start. All right. So, again, you still have 24-hour leave. I not pull back like last time. But wanted to bring to attention new job. And he will go ahead and find the copy of the data pad that he got, pass it to everyone. This is who we will be looking for. Again, I want you all to enjoy yourselves. We have a couple days before she starts losing fingers, but we get on this as soon as 24-hour leave done. It is right here on station, so we don't have to spend any crystals to go anywhere yet.
Ooh, this is a good one. Although, it's a rescue. Oh. I can't say I've done a rescue before, but I guess it pays this well.
It pays, comrade, and gives us a little bit of in with someone who makes a lot of money.
This is a job for just us, so we all get a cut, right? Of that, right? Not everybody on the ship, yeah?
Well, Captain take bigger portion so he can pay crew, but I pay specialists more because they do bigger work. I'm not going to pay Sergey 40,000 fucking credits a month to pick up boxes.
Yeah, sounds good. So what? You want us to find her and bring her back? Or what?
We are all going to do our part to find her, comrade. And then we bring her back. Broker I found is from take 10%, I get 20, rest goes to you.
Oh, all to me. Awesome.
Not
Hey!
to you, you fucking sneaky devil, and he pats him on the back of the head. To the lot of you.
You hear a small mechanical sound as his eyes literally turn over in his head, rolling all the way around and then centering again.
Who has questions about job?
So we're starting it after the 24 hours. We have leads, it looks like, and she has the data pad in her hand and she's kind of scrolling down. It seems fairly, at least for now, straightforward. You should just make sure to be prepared once we're heading out.
I suppose we need to decide, are we going to start our investigation into her whereabouts at her apartment, or are we going to Primal X?
Both.
Yeah,
Which
well,
one?
I mean, you give me a few minutes with, a data pad on her info, and I'll have her found. So,
Here is what I propose. The club. That is more smoozing, talking, drinking, You are very good reading people backs. Very smart, Unaya. You and I, we go, we dance a bit, talk with some people at Primal X, we find out information that way. D8 and B, you are both very smart, technical. D8 very good at finding people. Also good at killing people. May also be necessary. Disregard. You perhaps go to the apartment,
Sure,
that
yeah.
sounds good. That's definitely more likely to have the guards, yeah. I like it.
I do.
And if you need a backup, what I imagine Primal X, and he's gonna check the map, is Primal X very far?
It would be about 30 minutes on the monorail.
Alright. So, if it go real bad, if one side needs help over other, or you think it might be difficult, just two of you, go for backup. Either way, Captain Vlad and Vex come to you, or you come to us. 30-minute monorail ride. Not a big deal.
Sounds good. I got another thing I have to take care of, but I don't think I necessarily have a tight time limit on that, so I might as well do this first. Yeah, sounds good.
What thing?
Nothing. Not a job for,
Nothing.
the ship.
Do bear in mind we are still on leave.
Oh,
This
yeah,
is
you're
true.
right. So
This
I can
is
do
true.
whatever I want, right?
You're right. You don't have to tell me shit. Go for it. Slap him back.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Perfect.
All right. He stands up. I got groceries. I got flavored ice. Looks at the.
Thank you.
And then I will put in other orders if we have time. But Captain Vlad is going to stretch legs a bit, then go back and watch TV.
Cool. And it just gives a nod and starts kind of scanning over the whole data pad and starting kind of trying to dig up info on the chick and everything.
Yeah, and I'm. Oh, go ahead.
Oh no, you're good. I was gonna say, Captain Vlad will go ahead and put a tab out for everybody to have drinks. 2,000 credit limit, but
Damn, this guy. He's got money.
Yeah.
So much money.
Deep pockets.
this is correct.
Awesome. And we'll go ahead and end it there for the night and continue back when we pick up.
All
Hot.
right.
Sounds good.